Quite the name. Hmm. Hello. Hello, Rob. I'm assuming you're going to be using the mute chat? Yeah, that would be better, because then chat can see it as well. No, he's not using his mic. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get a little out of hand. It was rather insulting, yeah. Anyway. Anyway, let's let's start. Alright? I like that idea. Don't. Okay. Let's begin. Yeah, guys. Pretty much. No, let's begin. Let's. Anyway. Makes sense. Well, Rocky, that's your prerogative. He's not? Yeah, he's been here.
I think I lost this one.
Well, that's because he's been in VC for the last 5 minutes. That was Rob. That was Rob. No. Rob. Besides. Anyway. I'm sorry for that, by the way. I am so sorry. Anyway, let's begin. Let's begin. So, I suppose I'm going to be doing the recap again because I've already subjected myself to pain. Anyway, what did my DM notes not save? What is this? Well, that's stupid. Did I not hit save changes? Well, I hope I can remember everything I wrote down. Because I do have a lot of the stuff there. I just don't have. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna do my best to remember what their powers were. Okay, I did write it down. It just didn't save. Anyway, I promise I did. Ask me after the session. I've always... Except for the fact that this is going to be going on for maybe like 2 or 3 sessions. Okay, fair enough. Well, fair enough. In that case, you guys walk in. Okay. Last time on Taurus event, you arrived in this town. Anyway, last time on Taurus event, these wrangling cats. You guys were appeared at the town of and once you had. Okay, can you guys? Can you guys not? Okay. Anyway, is the town town name? You get here, and it appears to be under militaristic rule. And you eventually find out. You find a member of the resistance, and you. Oh shoot! Did I not save the names of them? Wait a second. Please tell me it's saved. No. Okay, that's fine. I'm alright. I'm okay. Anyway. I'm so mad. You guys got here. You decided to join the resistance because it looks like things were perfectly fine, and then the mayor was like, yeah, no, this is my town now. And yeah, where we left off. Yeah. Either one is up to you. No, you guys, you guys. So I think you guys. I'm pretty sure I explained this last time we had a session, but you guys misinterpreted what I said. He didn't say. I mean, he did say word for word, but he meant at the meeting that is tonight, we'll be discussing taking this guy down, not taking this guy down tonight at the meeting. Which is what he said. Well, that is what I meant when I originally said that. I have really funny powers for these two. Okay, you can. No. You know, this building. This. You know, this building is some sort of warehouse. It doesn't really have, like. No, it's pretty well kept. It's just like middle of town, middle of downtown area warehouse. So it's shut up pretty tight. Right, what I know. Hey, idiots! Hey, open the door. From what you can tell, nobody else is watching the building. Technically, it was also Bronneus that heard that originally. Yeah, because you heard it through your purgelings. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you guys were. I see. What was Eve's perception check? It kind of got a little buried. 20. Okay, I'll accept that. So it is a little muffled, as you can tell that they have some magical precautions. But for the most part, they're mostly discussing, reconnaissance plans, discussing some basic troop, what is it, patrols. Someone is constantly trying to bring up how the mayor's screwing up the economy. You do. Yeah, pretty much. Man, I had a joke about the Oscars in here. It's gone now. And then it's a big spider. Yeah. Answer is no. Technically. Oh, right now? Right now, yes, you are. Nope, you're right. You're right. You guys are at the back. Yeah. Purgelings. Okay. Well, I would say stealth. Have the purgelings make a stealth check. Here's the purgling making the stealth check. Actually, I need you to do it with disadvantage. So, Well, it's not the pastor that they were trying to beat. It's well, I'll just describe it. As the purgelings enter into the building, as the singular purging enters into the building, there is a flash of light, and and a small little bloop sound, and then the purgling finds itself with an aura around it, kind of making it glow a little bit. And before it can realize what's happening, somebody has zipped over and is holding it. And the door slams open. Hey, you out there. What do you think you're doing? Are you determined on finding out? That's not a pizza box, friend. Here, just come on inside. We'll have a talk. Come on inside. We'll have a talk. Hey, except for the big guy. I don't think he'll be fitting. Hey, someone go get Larry. And you see somebody run back inside and come back out with another. What? Larry doesn't. Okay then. And after. Nah, just get inside. That one? He is orange. A decently bright orange. Anyway, a couple seconds later, you see an older fellow.
Harder. The film location.
Oh yeah, at this
Well, it's free to play
through the
'cause it's
door.
just a demo.
I imagine if you
Yeah.
guys are going inside, and you
Fun
can
demo,
actually
though.
It is a fun little demo.
No, you don't really know anyone. You guys just got into town not too long ago. They are wanting you to hand your weapons over. what? That seems a mite bit rude. Now that seems a bit drastic. Give it to me. Come on. Just give it over. Come on. Huh? Just. And he holds out his hand. Just hand it over.
I didn't know. I'm face planting here.
You're fine.
I think I really stayed up way too late last night. It's a bit.
I will not be doing the killing.
The guy reaches out and is fine, and he puts a little dot and kind of turns those dots into a weird scribble. He takes the sword and he kind of like shakes his head for a second, blinks his eyes, and like pats the side of his head, like, you know, when you're trying to get water out of one of your ears. Ugh, that feels weird. Anyway, go sit down in the corner.
Actually, as I was trying to describe earlier, but kept getting cut off, you see an older man with white hair and a white like beard, and he comes outside, and he kind of looks up at you, looks over at the guy that brought him out, looks up at you. Why? Why have you done this? Hey, it's what we got. It's what we have to have you do, Larry. But it's. Do you see the size of that lad? Fine. Yeah, give me a minute. And he goes up. Do I have your permission to touch you, friend?
Yeah. Thank you.
Do I have permission? Do I have permission to come into contact with you?
Good. Not much. Upstairs.
Do I have your permission to touch you?
No, he's gonna bring me home that
I just need permission, friend. Don't worry, it's not going to hurt you. It makes it funner that way. I'm just trying to make it easier for you to enter the building. Fine, if you're going to be a spoil sport, I can shrink things.
And he touches your foot, and slowly, as you begin to decrease in size, once you get to a certain level, he kind of moves his hand up to like your shoulder. Puts his other hand on your shoulder and kind of continues the process so that he doesn't have to crouch down to keep in contact with your foot.
There.
And he actually is able to shrink it down to about the size of a medium creature. Maybe a little bit larger, but still a medium creature. Though your proportions are kind of whack. What's that? Well, he can shrink you and all of your items. Okay. Come on in, son. Ruined all the surprise. Understandable. Anyway, go on in. And he kind of gestures towards the door. Okay. It's just the size of the vocal cords. It happens. Oh boy. Yeah. We have a couple questions, yeah. Like, why were you spying outside of our building? Isn't it a bit rude? So you work for the city? So what you're saying is that you work for the city? Okay, I think they kind of look at each other. Okay. Yeah, they're not funny. And you see one of the like the kind of like grunts, kind of just who's cutting it, kind of leans over and like pats you on the back, kind of gives you like an it's okay look. I don't know, knocking might have worked. Yeah, you can't hear that. You looked at the guy looks at it, and he just gently puts it down flat side against the ground. Oh, so you're with us on that, huh? That's fair, yeah. Tell me about it. And you see this like younger looking folk over on the side, black eyes, and he just kind of bangs his fist on the table and just, it makes no sense. You can't be allowing people to print money. That's not how you run an economy. And he just kind of puts his hand in his face. Don't worry about him. He's like that all the time. Yeah, but not your shop owner. I don't know. Who? Oh, did you meet one of them? Exactly! And you guys, yeah, no, you guys went to a pawn shop, so he was literally, what he was getting out of it, he was getting your currency and your objects that you were going to be giving to him for money. Anyway. Oh. So we're gonna need to raise security on that. Yeah, and a couple of the guys in the room just go, yeah. What? We had magical protections in place. I like the idea of Elnor saying something and Hume just going, what? Just like leaning over, looking at him, just bafflement on his face. No, we're talking about how he listened in. Oh, that checks out, yeah. We have a guy here with super hearing, and he complains about it all the time. And you see a guy in the back raise his hand, and the man just has like two different like earmuffs and a hood over his head. And he just looks up at you with tears in his eyes, and he just nods. Reverse hearing aids? Tune them to make you worse at hearing? Nah. I imagine he probably would have had some of those, but now they're not working. Yeah, that makes us real suspicious about your intentions, and honestly, at this point, I'm kind of considering just, and you see a sword appeared in his hand. I'm kind of considering just stabbing you now. I don't know, that plate armor makes things a little hard. I'd probably use something more like this. And he kind of tosses his sword off, and it poofs off in the mist, and instead forms a great hammer. This is probably more what I would use on the. Oh shoot! I just realized that stream can't hear you. Hey, speak?
Speaking.
Ah!
Oh, look, there you go! Now I
Bye.
actually can hear you guys.
Wow, super cool. Wow,
Wow.
you did something for this tree. Wow.
I feel really stupid.
I would
Okay,
too,
guys, guess we're
personally.
starting over.
Okay, well,
You can't, no, you can't make me. Because then Robbie will be like, guys, we should knock. And I don't want to do that again. We should knock. It's just not as cool.
Anyway, but I guess inside, I should kind of describe what you're saying. You kind of see a general like table, like with a table that has around 12 people in it, and man, I just realized that I lost like half the names too. Okay, it's fine. And yeah, there's about 12 people around it. There does appear to be a group of 3 that that seem more powerful than the others, one of which is actually a blue eye. And admittedly not the brightest blue eye, but he is a blue eye. Probably like a mid-tier blue, you'd think. And he looks like this scrawny little, like, imagine, you know, the internet vision of Kyle. Yeah, that's this guy. Like scrawny, kind of looks like he's a little pimply. Yeah, no, that's the blue-eyed guy. Then there is a darker skinned fella next to him, and a lighter skinned also next to him. And one of them is orange-eyed, and the other one is hazel-eyed. The darker skinned fella is orange, and the other fella is hazel. That's to be expected. There's a couple people who are wearing, like, kind of soldiery outfits. Like, what appears to be the actual, like, town guard uniform. Who are sitting off to the side, kind of crisscross applesauce, listening. And there's a bunch of other people who appear to be just being in civilian clothing also, doing the same. Sitting off to the side and listening. And you appear to have called them mid-meeting.
Wow, who could have guessed?
On purpose.
We did that intentionally.
can I see the hole from here, where we put a hole in the wall?
Yes.
Is there anybody near it?
Yes, there is a fella over on the side. Let's see, what did I have this? He's one of the people I lost. I'm trying to remember his name.
Jimmy John. Jimmy Long Johnson.
My name's David.
Blonde. Seems kind of impatient. And he's also the guy who's holding the purgling.
I'm gonna. And he said, "You mind if I look at the hole real quick, just so I can fix that?"
Oh yeah, and there's a swift little blur, and he's standing next, about a couple steps away, giving you a view of the hole.
I mean,
Listen, there's no reason to be so hasty for our head. How about...
But hold on. I'm not
while
done
they're
yet.
talking, I'm gonna just start humming and cast mending on the little hole.
Now, hear me out. If you really wanted to stab me, there's a sword that goes through armor on the ground. But you have to sign a waiver to use it.
He looks at the sword, looks at you. You think I'm dumb enough to use a shunshun blade?
No, I don't, but I am saying that if you really wanted to stab me, there is that sword, but you'd also have to sign a waiver.
Just in the guy's head, he'll hear, "Don't pick it up," while I'm bending.
Also, that's worse than a shunshun sword. I'm 80% sure there's a Gao in there.
There's a Gao in everybody.
What's a gal?
Demigod.
Ah,
They're
is that why I
essentially-
can talk to it?
Yeah, they're essentially the little creatures that make up the gods.
Mm.
And you see kind of everyone like look at it and take a step away from it.
I said 80% sure, not sure.
That's still 80% that there's possibly a world eater in there.
I
Well,
don't
what
know.
if
I
he's
guess I
wrong?
never
No,
asked
he's
what it
not-
was, really.
Broneus, no, he does have a point.
I would give it a 50-50.
Hold on, let me just. Hey, sword. What are you?
I am the seed of the Father.
I am now 98% sure.
A little.
You can't hear it.
I am now 70% sure.
I'm assuming
Johnny's
you
into
say
some
that
weird
out
shit.
loud, or in my head,
It's
so I can be.
something about seed of the father. I didn't.
That's...
Oh,
Well, now we know what Johnny...
Anyway, how about instead of taking our head, I prove that we could be telling the truth on not risking you or anything. And I pull out a very hastily drawn map. It's accurate, but it's not to perfect scale of the doodles I have done on the map. You see, we've been doing a little bit of scouting ourselves.
Hold on. Do you have the cartography feat or cartographical tools, sir?
No, but I'll make do with my raw.
Because the last time I tried to make a map.
Okay, sir, you want to get into this again? You want to go round two?
No.
You didn't have 32 little minions with everything. Also, mapping is fucking stupid. And I have a multi-tool.
He does have a multi-tool.
I have the tools.
Admittedly, your multi-tool might not be up to 100% functionality right now, so any of the scanning features might not be active.
Oh.
My scans are active. They have been powered. The only thing that isn't powered right now, from my seer implant, is my, let me open up the list, is my metal detector, the biomedical scanner, the buzzsaw is online. You said the octoscope is not. Surgery gear's up. X-ray scanner is not. Centrifuge is up. Data storage is online. The weird ass screwdriver is not. The wrench is. The Omni Torch, the multi-tool are both online.
Well,
I've been keeping track of that.
fair enough. Well, I will say that the multi-tool being as advanced as it is probably is not up to
It has no
100%.
mods in it though. It is bare bones multi-tool.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
We'll say it's a poorly drawn map. It's more a notice than
I
anything.
was just
Yeah,
giving you
makes
shit.
sense. Makes sense. Okay.
You know, why do I even fucking care about anything of this fucking stupid ass piece of shit?
Now I assume you all know what these locations are.
Yeah, definitely, huh?
They're the storage placements and guard posts. Though, why is the one bridge highlighted?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
there's a guard placement across there.
No, that's a. And he laughs and he looks over at you. That's a. That's a patrol route, bud.
Figured that. It's just something of note. But you see, I was planning, since those two were in close conjunction of, I don't know, destroying the bridge, raiding that, heading up here, going over here, doing that, and skedaddling away down here.
Okay, I mean that's not a bad idea, but and he points over this bridge here. That bridge is a much larger patrol route than the other one is.
I look over angrily to one of my purglings. That was your job.
And it kind of
It's not sentient.
it
It has no thoughts nor feelings. It's simply there.
that is what it does.
Well, to be fair, I only had a few hours to collect this information. You can't believe it'll be complete.
I suppose that's fair. Even still, why should we let you join us? I mean, yes, you are.
Join you? Well, that's preposterous. How about aid? That's a good word.
Well,
Hmm.
I think joining is a better word. I like that word more.
Really, we're hardly citizens of their town. Can't
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean we
exactly-
can't join the cause.
Okay, but we can't exactly depend on them to trust us either.
Well,
I mean, we're
they
putting our
can
trust in
trust the-
them, and he points
Well-
over at the guards.
here's the thing. Is they can trust us to do something. They've got two options. They can either have us join them and have us help them in a better way, or they cannot have us join them and have us do stuff that could possibly hinder them. Because we're going to be doing something no matter what.
He makes a fair point.
Who the fuck said that?
Either way,
The person who said that was a person sitting over the table who has yellow eyes. Those
either way,
Sweeney's
it's
salon.
honestly up to you all. We're willing to help you with this cause here. The mayor's a bit of a dick,
Oh yeah.
and that's enough for me.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Also, he tried fucking. Well, not that.
Wait a
Good
second.
place to leave off.
That's definitely sent into quite a predicament.
He tried
but,
fucking.
Admittedly,
We're
I think
from
a lot of us have done
Salvation.
that,
He tried fucking.
we're from Salvation. It's a town a little bit away.
Salvation.
We're not from there, but we came from there.
Uh,
And the people that were rallying in that town were loosely connected to the mayor.
Salvation.
Yes.
And he kind of looks confused. There's no town's name that.
What was
if
the
you-
town?
It was called the Outskirt.
I wouldn't have forgotten that.
Yeah, I-
Salvation. Where am I getting Salvation from?
I don't know.
I don't
God
know.
damn it! It was Eberron. There's a town called Salvation on the edge of the Mournlands.
Oh wow.
Outskirt. Yeah. No, it's the mayor sent up a regiment not too long ago. Or sent up one of his commanders. You know what happened?
Well,
to him?
they've all disbanded or have been killed.
Oh.
By us, might I add.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, you're
Uh,
out fighting the good cause, right?
It was a little more complicated than that. They were like forcing mushroom people to fight each other or
Ew.
fight.
Yeah, they were bad. Okay, that's bad.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Mushroom people? There's mushroom people?
Yeah, we
Yes,
should go check up
they're,
on
they're,
them.
they're,
at
they're
some
called
point.
musculoids. They're from the Forest of Growth. We met them there.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in that forest. No offense, and he kind of looks over at Elna.
Why would he take offense?
Why would I take offense to that?
I mean, the most offense I take to that is that you would be insulting Gilbert if you said that.
No, because
How would he be insulting Gilbert the dog that's big?
Speaking of which, we'll have to pick up Gilbert later.
Yeah, we should do that.
Oh, you mean that thing? And he points over at the hex wolf that is now normally sized.
Gilbert, when did you get here? God damn it, Gilbert.
Come here, Gilbert.
Old
Come here,
man, how
Gilbert.
many
I'm
things
gonna
can you
take out a-
shrink? That's two gargantuan things in a day. The hell?
So long as
I'm gonna take out a peanut rations and say, come here, Gilbert.
Speak up, old man. I couldn't hear you.
So long as I have consent, I can shrink a lot more than that.
Oh my.
Listen, I know it sounds weird. So long as the creature is willing, I can shrink them rather well
Can you shrink
without putting too much.
objects?
How did you get consent from a dog?
Dog.
So you're saying you just really make things cold?
What?
You're saying you just really make things cold?
Oh my god.
Mm.
Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah, don't
please.
think about it. I've got to go, guys. I got to get out of here.
Bye, bye,
I'll see
man.
ya.
Yeah, right. Feel better, man.
Yeah, get better.
Yeah, get better, son.
I'll ask Gilbert, did you give consent to him?
He wanted to pet me.
I guess that's one way of thinking of it. It's just...
Alright, that is now 2 charges of donor the old man.
Yeah, Gilbert, maybe don't just
Let
accept random
show
pets
us
from
on
people
the doll where he touched.
all the time.
We need to teach Gilbert stranger danger. I can't believe I'm saying those damn words again.
Yeah, essentially I put my hand out, and he put his nose in my hand, and so I shrunk him.
Can you shrink objects?
Yes, I can. They're a lot easier than shrinking people.
Like,
Couldn't
how
you
do
just
get
shrink the
consent from
building?
an object, though?
Ah, that's quite a large number of objects, friend.
Okay, but what if it was just the building?
It would probably explode from the amount of objects inside of it.
What, do you want a dollhouse?
Wait, you could use building as weapons?
No. Oh, heavens, no.
You said it would explode.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
because
a little-
everything inside it isn't shrunk.
Yeah. Can be used as a weapon.
No. What he's saying... I'm sorry, old guy. I get it.
Yeah.
What he's saying is, when the house shrinks, everything else on the inside doesn't. So after a certain point of it shrinking, everything on the outside just breaks the outside, so it explodes.
Explodes is a loose term. I
Well,
mean falls
I know.
apart.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, you guys understand now? You know?
Weapon enough.
It's not a weapon.
That could definitely
It is a weapon.
put someone in the house.
Oh, okay. Let's we're not looking to kill anyone here.
Now,
Besides maybe the mayor.
understandable, but at the same time, that can be used as a weapon.
Wait. Let me get this straight. We're not looking to kill the mayor.
I mean,
What?
I thought we were gonna kill the
Hold
man.
on. Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, I just realized
we
that.
wouldn't
Listen,
mind
okay,
killing
there's
them.
an
We said
people
besides
that
the mayor.
won't have to be
Oh,
murdered,
besides
but-
the mayor.
Besides the mayor. We're not looking to kill anyone besides the mayor. Well, and
I
mayor's
make-
right hand.
Literally no promises.
What's his right hand?
Listen, there are some normies
Okay.
mixed in with the people that should be killed, so we'll... I understand you don't want to kill a lot of people. Like the mayor and his lieutenants or whatever his power structure is. I haven't had time to investigate that yet.
You see one,
th-
one of
those
the guards,
people
one of the guards in the
Probably
back,
will need to die, or at least go under
shoots
trial.
hand up. I can explain his leadership structure. I was pretty high up in it.
I mean, what?
Was or are?
I mean, technically still am, but, I don't consider myself a part of his, group anymore.
Yes, but that's useful.
Yeah, it's why they still have me on board. I'm pretty useless otherwise. See? And he points to his eyes, and his eyes are black.
Listen, man, everyone's got something. You could be like a blacksmith or something, It's like,
True.
but you hone skills. It's nothing
Just
to be
be
ashamed
yourself,
of.
man. Follow a passion, a
I
hobby.
got a
or
skill for
something.
leadership. Or for,
Maybe be a cartographer.
coordinating.
Because I feel like there's not enough of those around right now.
I feel like we just need more cartographers in the world.
Well, you want why we should be allowed to join you? Well,
I mean, we'll
despite
take
our
as much
eye
help as we
color,
can get,
we're
but-
skilled.
I mean, we have that thing and point to the Chaos Blade.
Yeah, how do you put up with that thing?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm in
I don't know.
proximity of these guys, and that's who it wants to go to, so it just kind of hangs out with
Wait,
me
it
and
wants
deals.
things?
Yes, okay, so
And they all immediately take
Sentient
another step
chunk
back.
of chaos.
it
It is indestructible, and unconsolable.
does anyone else have telepathy in here? Just as a broad search.
You see three people raise their hands.
Okay, cool. You three, try and talk to the sword.
Find the waiver!
I
Find the
don't need
waiver.
to sign the waiver. It
Sign
doesn't
the
do anything if
fucking
you just
waiver.
talk to it. God.
We can't.
It could give them. It could do something.
Brain rot. I don't know.
It's really not the best idea for us to engage our powers when we're this close to each other. Have
It's
you not
literally
heard,
the only way I can talk, so I don't know.
have you not heard of mental feedback?
No.
Well, just one of you do it at a time. It won't cause
Fair.
a reverb.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, try you specifically. Try and talk to the sword.
Okay, and you see one of the three stand up and walk over, and he kind of looks at it. Yo, this thing is up.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
I'm not going to. What do you? Yeah, there's
Yeah,
definitely something in there. I don't. And he kind of
Yeah,
backs
we
away
know.
wryly.
The only downside is it like constantly talks in my head while I'm holding it, so it's just a little annoying.
Yeah, telepathy gets stronger through physical contact for some reason.
That's
Anyway.
pretty simple, actually. Think of it like
We
think of it like
don't need this
frequency
explanation.
waves.
I
We
don't want an explanation.
Fine, God.
That
Tell
was-
science.
Okay,
Let
you
it
know
be
what?
contact.
You know what? Dion, you can have inspiration for that. That was a super star-eyed move.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I already have inspiration. May I pass it
Give
to
it to
someone
me.
else?
Yes, you may pass your
On
inspiration. to someone.
inspiration.
Give
No,
no.
fuck you, Frederick.
He doesn't need it.
I want to make a power.
Out of literally everyone here, he's the only one who shouldn't get it.
You get inspiration.
Woo! What does that do again?
It's a DM inspiration. You can reroll any D20.
Oh. Okay.
You can use it on other people's rolls, use it on your rolls, etc. You can only hold one at a time, though.
Okay.
I
That
tend
was
to get a
such
lot of them, and I don't
star.
use them very often.
You should.
I'm a hoarder. I still haven't used any of my green stickers.
I got 2 red stickers from someone.
Someone.
Yeah, someone.
Anyway, the reason for joining is simple. We're skilled despite our eye color.
Pretty sure we're already in.
Yeah, one of our combat experts is a hazel eyes, so heck, some of our leaders are hazel eyes. We're not concerned about power level a whole lot. Yeah, we still have the basic cross and structure, with the
I'm so confused right now. Then why did
You
you
keep-
ask whether we
Because
could join
they
you or
wanted to
not?
know if we were spies, dumbass.
I thought that was obvious.
That we are
That you're
spies?
spies?
That we are
And
spies.
you see him summon a massive sword and hold it out.
We aren't spies. We
This is
cannot
what I'm
be
talking about with
spies.
your wording.
This is...
Listen.
Your wording is the
charisma
worst.
is 12.
That's higher than mine!
Mine's 8, and I'm doing better than you.
Oh, wait, you
Mine
guys
is
should be
7 and I'm
role-playing
doing
worse
better
than me.
you.
I'm doing this
A
on
12
purpose, by the way.
charisma is above average, Dion.
Okay, well that doesn't overpower my nerdiness.
He makes a valid point.
Your nerdiness of constantly wording things the worst way possible,
It's a flaw, obviously.
that's called stupidity.
It's a personality trait.
That's called low wisdom.
I don't think he has low wisdom.
I have 15.
Oh, then you should be doing
Get
better.
the fuck
than
out
that.
of here, Dion.
Get better,
Get
Dion.
the fuck out of
It's
here.
my character, screw off!
No, it's you!
If you keep that up, I might lower your charisma score.
No,
Lower
you're
his
not allowed
fucking
to.
intelligence. That's
No,
what you wanna
that's-
do.
You can be intelligent and still be stupid.
I have clearly acted intelligently.
Yeah, no, he's
When?
intelligent. He's just really stupid.
I'm like, what's your definition of intelligence at this point?
Yeah, that's the question.
He's book smart. He's really, really book smart.
Really?
I don't know about that either.
Well
Anyway.
then, I guess I have been a little weird.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
we're gonna be joining you guys, I don't suppose you have like any bills that you might be willing to hand over that I could maybe use? Because I've been looking for some, and I had some problems in the last time I tried.
What?
So
Oh, see,
Spell?
spells, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we have a
Spell
library,
scrolls are really troublesome to come across and across.
and you see the one yellow-eyed guy, like the one yellow-eyed Solaran guy, put his hand up to his head. They raided my shop a couple weeks ago. Well,
oh, that was your shop.
no, I guess sorry, I guess you should say a couple
Assholes.
parts.
That's the first storage house we should raid.
Except
That
for
is true.
do we know
Except
which
for
one
the
it
fact
is?
That they moved
I can
it.
find out easily enough.
They moved it to the main city hall.
Oh, the storage building's back there? Ugh, that's troublesome. That's the higher guarded one.
I still feel like we should hit that one first.
If we hit that one first,
I
the rest of
second
them will
that.
shut down.
Yes, but if that has the most stuff in it, why does it matter if the other one's shut down?
Because the other ones have essential food supplies and the like.
Well, we
You're
could.
telling me no one here can create food or water?
They kind of look at each other. That's not the most crossing ability, friend.
Aren't some of you Starhinds? At least? Not Starhinds, Solarans.
I mean, I am Solaran, yes, and my wife is, but they took her. So,
Then why does it matter if it's a crossing ability or not if you're
Big-
Solaran?
Hold up, they have a prison house somewhere?
they do, yes.
Do you know where it is, or do I need to scout that out?
We're not sure. For all we know, he could be taking them out of town and into camps or something.
I'll find out as soon as possible then.
Oh, I've already
Well,
been
we could
searching,
just
friend.
raid. We could just raid the biggest one, the
How does
biggest
the
warehouse,
soldier
and
not
then
know?
deal with the problem quickly.
With all due respect, I believe scouting is something I can do a bit better.
No, but
And I'll stand up, and my
and
30 purgelings.
He kind of
will,
puts his hand up, and then he puts his fingers up against the bridge of his nose and goes, "No, I don't think that you understand what my ability is, friend.
No, we don't.
I am clairvoyant.
People can make awards for such things. That could make you completely obsolete in an investigation like this.
I am a high
Not like
tier
not like the
clairvoyant.
divination magic kind of clairvoyant.
And you haven't tried finding them before, or?
I have. That is what I'm saying. I have been trying for a week.
Ah.
Okay, then what's wrong with someone else trying
Well-
with a different method?
You know, hear me out, cause like you remember the mushroom people we were talking about? They had these hats on that stopped me from talking to them. Maybe it's like the same thing.
You are also a hazel eye.
Yes. And what's stopping them from being able to stop your power if the power could be stopped by something like that at all?
Do you have any of these mushroom caps?
I think you're missing the point. The point isn't that you wouldn't be strong enough to overcome the mushroom caps, but that there are things like the mushroom caps that can stop powers from working.
I suppose it is something I had not considered.
You think I could try and grow one?
You get the spores on your head, probably.
No. Actually, you could probably incite its growth if you sang the world song.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like maybe.
Which
If you
one?
tried hard enough, you certainly could.
Could try at the very least.
Though admittedly, I do have multiple types of clairvoyance, both in the sense of seeing things that are far away, and in the sense of just gaining understanding.
So you think
Man,
if you
I'm
can
not,
like
I'm not here to hold a contest with you about who can find the prison the fastest, but who can find the prison the fastest?
But who can?
I'm gonna. Was there dirt outside in the alley, or is it
In the
mostly road?
courtyard? Yes.
Yeah.
It was a grass courtyard.
Okay, I'm gonna. If you don't mind, I'm gonna just go outside for a second. One of you can come with me if you want, but
One of the guards puts his hand up to your chest. Hey, could we get you to finish the conversation first?
well, it's just. Which conversation? I feel like we had.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a lot.
Whether or not you're gonna be joining or not.
Yeah. I'll
I
try,
mean,
I'll help.
yeah, but I know what
I
I'm
thought
gonna
I thought
do.
that was pretty obvious. At this
Yeah, I
point.
thought we were
personally
clear
voted
on
in
that one.
favor. And the clairvoyant guy raises his hand. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Okay, this is going up to okay.
And you see maybe
I thought you were asking.
6 or 7 of the other people sitting at the table raise their hands. There's a couple that look skeptical at first, but after consideration raise their hands. But even still, they all look to the scrawny-looking kid. The
Frederick
blue-eyed.
is currently petting Gilbert.
She likes to design stuff, and I was looking for something fun for her.
Why is Frederick like one of the most simple people in our group?
Why?
He's
Yeah,
not.
that's a good question. No, he is simple. He's just super stupid.
He just wants to pet dog. Pet doggo. Pet doggo and help.
He shouldn't be, but he is.
It's
That's
great.
the problem.
Scrawny kid voted for us, or
No, he's
No, it's
looking
scrawny
at you.
kids, bro.
he's looking at me?
Okay.
At all of you.
What?
Oh,
Why?
he's thinking it over, I believe.
I would hope he's not waiting for us to give our vote, because I thought we were pretty adamant on us wanting to join.
Why would we give
So,
our?
why should we let you in? I mean, clearly you say that you have skill and the like, but I don't. Why do
I
you
mean,
want
I
to
thought
do
I
it?
was.
What
I
is your
thought I've already
motivation?
talked about this. Because we're going to do something, so you could either allow yourself to focus our attention in a way that helps you, or let us go uncontrolled and do what we're going to do anyway and maybe hurt you.
That's not what I asked. I asked what was your motivation? Why do you want to help?
Why do you need motivation to do a good thing?
Discounts?
Why is it too
And-
much
and-
to ask for just to be a good person once in a life?
And you seem kind of.
What, can we not be charitable souls?
You shut up. I'm thinking. And you see him kind of sit up and
Not
look
to
at-
mention, they
look
tried
at
to take
Elnal.
our cart.
They did do that, those bastards.
That was kind of a douchebag move, yeah.
Gilbert really likes that cart.
Well, and he raises his hand. And so everyone kind of puts their hands down and okay, it's come to a vote. We let the newcomers join our group. Now, what are your names?
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Also, what
Who
is
wants
that?
to go first? Not it.
And then they point at
First for what? Okay.
Oh, the ferret.
That thing?
What's a ferret?
He's a little out of it right now.
Like a weasel.
Hey,
What's a weasel?
Like a ferret.
Should we tell them what he actually is?
You think I know what he actually is?
You think
you
I
don't
know what he is?
But you don't know either. Oh my.
I never
well,
asked,
this is going
so
to be
no.
a surprise for all of you. Right, that there is Rocky, a baby chaos beast. He's a lovely little thing.
Define baby. Doesn't look
Yeah.
that young.
Isn't he like 2 weeks old or something?
Actually, he's younger than that. I believe he's somewhere around 6 days. 6 paws. A number of paws.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Anywho, I'm a Yum. Can I go outside now?
As long as he's okay.
Yes.
Okay, I go outside. I'm gonna just like sit next to the building and I guess try and recreate one of the caps that the mushroom people
Make me a history
Lore.
check to remember the song for it.
Work on that intelligence check.
Make me an ability check with disadvantage.
an ability.
It's like
check
trying to
with
recall a song in Ocarina of Time without looking it
You've
up.
made it. You've made it to the point where you need the song, but you can't remember it, so you're just trying all the combinations.
Yeah, it's like an Ocarina of Time where you forgot the Song of Time, but you need it like every other minute or something.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
don't even
the,
get me started on those songs.
The song of mystery is stuck in your brain, so you put your hands down against the ground. You start humming, and it's a little discordant at first, but eventually you just kind of you've got the song of mystery stuck in your head, and suddenly the
If I
fog springs up
inspiration
around.
gives me a reroll, right?
You could use inspiration on that 13, yeah.
Yes, you do have to take the roll d20, however. It's not like lucky where you get to choose.
Okay, so I just roll at disadvantage again, or do I just roll?
Nope.
No,
you
you
roll,
roll one
you
more
roll
D20.
one more time. You roll one more time.
Okay.
Completely normal.
So, I understand it's scary.
So we would take the 17. Okay. You manage to
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. We'll have to do
hum one of the songs from the cave, but it's not quite the mushroom cap song. You just kind of grow a couple of mushrooms in the ground, but none of them are the ones you're looking for.
Love ya.
I guess I'll grab those and bring those and just.
No, you should have re-rolled your history.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, you
one or the
know.
other.
His history wasn't actually that bad. He's just not great at it, is the problem.
That's fair. Also, that result wouldn't have been good.
Yeah, you remember a lot of songs from the cave. You're not quite sure which one was the mushroom cap song.
Yeah. I'll bring them in, set them on the table. Well, I tried. You probably eat those as a snack or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't trust any
Eat
of
the
that.
random mushrooms I grew outside.
I'll have the purglings eat them, fuck it. They don't need food, but biomass.
What's the worst that could happen? Death.
High or low?
Uh,
Oh, no.
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Dion, high or low?
Okay. Fine. Low. It's low.
That's actually the exact number I rolled.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
We both rolled 41s. So you know what? One of the purgelings actually, like keels over, and like bulges, and like puffs outwards, like imagine like slowly expanding popcorn.
Oh, this is interesting.
Can I take note of which mushroom that was? That one ate?
It's a little late for that,
Yes.
and it's now a destroyer.
Oh.
What?
Holy shit!
Go more! Quickly!
That was a 1 in 100 chance. I'm gonna say something cool happened.
That was not a 1 in 100, technically.
You're right. It was a 1 in 10,000.
No, it would be...
It would be 1 in 100.
Because he was rolling for high or low. Well, his first number does matter, so it would be 1 in 10,000, yeah.
Well, not really, because the thing is, that it was really only a chance that I would roll the same number as him.
Well,
So what his roll
It's
was
100
doesn't
times
matter.
100.
yeah. Because you're looking for the same results, you do still multiply them, because you're looking for the same results, right?
Yeah, but what his roll was originally doesn't really matter. What matters is that I rolled the same number as him.
The
Well, that's
probability
not-
is still the same.
Statistically, no. Statistically, his
the
first
chance-
roll does matter.
The chance that we both rolled 41s is 1 in 10,000. But
Yeah, and that's what we're looking at.
I'm talking about the statistics of me rolling the same number as him.
Well,
Okay, whatever.
it would still be the
It's
same.
okay, it's okay.
Anyway,
Holy, that... Wow. Alright then. That's something.
Some good shrooms.
what is that thing?
Oh, have you...
Didn't you
I
bring
swear-
in your
Have you
other
not looked
controller?
at my skateboard?
I have 3 of them now.
Got the board, dude?
Technically,
Oh, are the other 2 outside? Let
technically
me
s-
bring them in, and
technically
the other 2
speaking,
are
you-
gonna float in, and they've got tendrils linking them together.
yeah,
These are my
technically-
advanced forms. They're called destroys.
Technically speaking, you actually have 2. One of them is just the same one over 2 times.
Yes, they are linked individuals. That is correct. There are 3 bodies.
Oh shoot! If
That
one,
was
if,
an
if something
unforeseen
happened to one of
outcome.
them, would something happen to the other one? Or is
No,
because their
not in this
timelines are-
timeline.
Yeah, because their timelines are broken. Huh. Weird.
In this timeline, I still have 2.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Well, that was an unforeseen outcome.
Yeah. No.
An interesting outcome. Unforeseen.
Anyway.
My name is Brawlnius Titus.
I am Aelnoth.
Fair enough.
My name's Frederick.
Yeah, that's a Mind if we call you
That is
Fred?
his name. That is true.
During this, Frederick just looked over for a second to say his name, then just went back to petting Gilbert.
Always better than the dog.
He's
again.
a simple-minded fellow.
Understandable.
He's
We got a
stupid.
couple of those. And he looks at.
And the
So-
quiet one over there is a Hume. He can only speak to one person at a time, so be patient.
That's not true.
What do you mean I can only talk to one person at a time and they all hear it in their heads?
Listen, we hear
Yeah.
it because we're all special.
You've been traveling with me for how long now, and just thought I was only talking to you the whole time, or
No,
You
no, I
thought you were
can only-
special? Huh?
Fuck you.
You thought you were special? You thought I cared about you, buddy? No.
Hold on, is your telepathy capable of talking to multiple people at once?
He
Yeah,
can
they
send
just-
out general thoughts.
yeah, I just
Oh,
can't
okay.
receive.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was
any-
assuming normal D&D telepathy.
No, this is,
Telepathy. Jesus
is-
fucking Christ.
it's telepathic. It's a feat that he created for me.
Yeah, it's his power feed. We made it to replace him actually being able to speak normally, so I gave him the ability to project his thoughts.
That's fair.
That way, it wasn't a case of he could only talk to one person at a time. Anyway, yeah, moving on.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Anyway.
Whisper secrets all the time.
Whisper, whisper. Secret, secret, whisper. Whispering
Well-
secrets.
We, you know all of our names. I believe it's time to share. Yours.
So I'm only going to tell you like half of the
The
You can
people
give us
he
the
has the
name.
name for.
the people that the names I have saved for are. Because I had more, and I could probably give you general names. And I remember the last name of the guy with the clairvoyance power, but I completely forgot his first name. Um,
Last name's fine. Just go by last name. Call him Mr. whatever it is.
Mr. Jonestown.
in that
Fuck
case,
me. Never mind. Don't call him that.
you can call me Mr. Silvestra. It is what everyone else calls me. I am significantly older than everyone here except for Larry.
Is that with a C or with an S?
S. Silvestra.
Okay, Mr. S. Got it.
Works for me.
Mr. S. Is he your teacher?
My name is Chris Rick. And you see the darker skinned fellow on the side of the main guy kind of raise his hand. Yeah, I'm one of the counselors to good old Kyle.
Hey, this
here.
funky little camp.
to this funky little Kyle Jason. He kind of nudges the kid. And this is my cohort, Raymond Mark. He pats his fellow over there, the one with the hazel eyes, and he looks over at him and he just grabs the bridge of his nose and shakes his head. Why are you like this, Chris? Why am I like what? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's go
I
around
have
the table. shall we?
counselor disease.
Let's go around the table and share our names. This right here is and he points at the kid who is getting super angry about the economics of it all.
The
This
black-eyed one.
Yeah, this is Ethan Edward. He really, really cares about the economy.
He really
Gosh
cares about
darn
the
right
economy.
I am.
Double first names. I'm noticing a pattern here.
They're crossing.
Question, how is the stock market working? Did that just stop?
The answer is it's not.
He just groans and slams the head on the table.
Oh, my investments into Manu Corp. Oh, they're all gone.
Oh no, anything that's outside of this town is mostly fine. Minus the loss of money. But I'm sorry. So I would like to set up a new system of the way that we can have our money function. I think that we could really benefit from a system. All right, Ethan. There's no need to go overboard. Now, moving on around the table. I wasn't done.
All right, Ethan.
Ethan,
No
you
one
can
cares.
shut up.
Alright, Ethan. Moving on from Ethan, everybody. Give it up for Ethan, everybody. Ethan!
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Really, he has camp counseloritis.
Anyway,
Horrible disease.
so and then he goes off and names a couple other people in the row, people that I used to have names for, but now don't.
They have no names.
There was, I do remember that 3 more of them were hazel eyes. There was 2 brown eyes and another orange. I don't remember what his power is though. And then Rush kind of gets back around. This, and he points to the guy who let you in, is Warren Cade. He is one of our combat experts, and as you can tell, he can summon weapons. I know that because he's got a knife pressed to my back right now. Yeah, you need to shut up, bub. You've been talking for way too long.
The
I'll
one
do
who's
what I
threatened to
want.
kill us like 3 times. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. And he holds out his hand.
What are we supposed to do here? Is this like a handshake kind of thing?
It's
or...
a handshake, yeah.
Like even you
Alright.
should know what a handshake is.
But like, is he going to break my wrist or something?
One can only hope.
I feel like that's a fair concern. Ow, that's really sharp, please. Ow. Shut up,
I
Chris.
outstretch my clawed, pustuled fucking blade arm for him to shake.
He smiles and makes an arm blade appear around his arm. Then he grasps kind of the blade with his now armored hand and shakes it. a fellow of enhanced weaponry. I can appreciate it. Welcome to the
Fellow
group.
of enhanced weaponry.
It's more of a curse than anything. I don't have a fucking arm.
I can see why that would be a problem, yeah. Wait a second, and he kind of looks at the segmented parts of it. Is this a whip as well?
No.
It can extend, yes. I can change its form a little bit.
And you see him kind of like run his fingers across it, avoiding all the little pustules. And he lets your hand go, and you see him look down at his arm, and as you're watching, you see as the arm blade itself segments, and he flings it out, and it comes the like extended blade segments that you have. I like that. That's cool. And it poofs off into smoke. Okay, well, welcome to the group. Anyway, moving on. Let me introduce
Old
Steven
dog
here.
could learn a new trick, huh?
Can you do that with the Shunshin blade, or is it just...
No. He
I
has
can't-
body manipulation, kind of like me, except he can
No,
do it
no,
at will, and I can't.
It's not body manipulation, it's
Oh, well, you could create weapons, and you created an arm blade, segmented like mine, with, I assume, some form of magical elastic or something that allowed you to expend the blade shard fragments.
springs.
I see.
Yeah, that was kind of hard to figure out, and it didn't. You did notice that it didn't stay out very long. He kind of whipped it and it extended, but then it kind of.
Unfortunately, I believe a weapon like this is more efficient when made biologically.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, to be fair, I could. No, I can't get my weapons enchanted.
Also, back to the prisoner thing.
Hmm.
How does the guard who is kind of high up there not know where they keep them?
Oh, prisoners are handled directly by the mayor himself.
And his personal regime, I assume.
Yeah, no, we don't have any. He kind of has an inner circle, one of which you met. Though, admittedly, if the reports are true, he's dead.
Yeah, was he like a big guy, kind of buff?
Blue
Do
eye.
things with
right?
rocks.
Blue Eye. No, he was a yellow eye, wasn't he?
Oh, well,
You
hold
do
it.
things
Yeah,
with
we
rocks?
changed it. We changed it, right?
Yeah, no.
No,
No, he was a blue eye. He wore
He
contacts.
was a
that's
blue eye.
what
He
we-
wore contacts.
Okay.
we figured it out after he died.
I remember him wearing, having yellow eyes.
Dude
You
who
do
had
things with
those
rocks?
contacts. Okay.
He
No,
was
he was
wearing-
blue eye.
He was wearing contacts, and you see everyone in the room like kind of look disgusted. Ugh.
I don't know what those are.
To think one of our own people. You,
Still,
Elmar,
it was
no.
an intimidation strategy.
I mean,
Either
to
way,
be
he's in
fair,
the
it worked.
dirt now.
I feel like I should just wear like contacts that make me look normal.
Define normal.
That I
I
have
don't know
like,
if there are
nothing going on for
contacts
me.
for mouth stitches.
I think he means his red eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know what those
Well,
mean.
considering they're illegal, most people don't. But seeing as illegal things aren't very illegal right now, by all means, I can make some for you.
It'd be kind of interesting. You know.
Some people are shooting you some looks.
They can shoot me looks all they want. All right, I'd fucking.
What, are you
Live my
police?
life.
Fuck off.
I mean, some of
I
them
think
are.
they will be in a bit, actually, if all
Warren-
goes well.
Warren,
I
Warren,
think,
Warren raises his hand and goes, "Yeah, I actually was former police."
Yeah, see, yeah.
Get off your high horse. I'm just making him hazel contacts. Calm down.
Is that how strong he is?
Yeah,
Yes. He
maybe.
just doesn't like his red eyes. Well,
Well,
we
I can
think.
understand why.
How strong are you? Are you stronger than... Are you hiding your strength, you, huh? Eh?
You can
I
tell
don't
by
think so.
by the shade
I
of
figured
red.
not.
By the shade of red, it's a rather dark red. But But yeah.
I don't think he's hiding anything, so.
Well, fair enough. Anyway. Yeah, this is Stephen Jason, and he puts his hand over to a surprisingly scrawny-looking guy, flipping through what appears to be like a book, pile of ledgers and combat reports. He's more on the strategy side of combat. I'm more hand to hand, you know, weapon training. I can shoot real well. And as he says that, he pulls, suddenly is holding a pistol.
Ugh.
He's a real.
Do I think I can aim better than him?
Probably.
That's the real question. I feel like I'm a better shot than him. I'm not gonna say anything, but I definitely think I am.
Anyway, and that is that's Bart over there, and they point at the guy who was holding the purgeling.
Simpson?
Alan.
The very?
That's Bart Allen, which is a valid crossing name.
Yeah, aren't all of these valid crossing names?
Yeah, but I had to change Chris's name to make it funny, because Rock's not much of a first name, so.
I disagree. I've seen Pokemon.
No, that's Brock.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Brock would have been a funnier name. Funnier family name. Whatever, it's fine. Oh shoot, Bart Allen actually is a DC character. Bart Aiden. That's all I remember is that I named his name is Bart Aiden.
Cool.
Hi,
Good job. I always believed in you.
I'm the fastest thing in this town. Nice to meet you, though. And next thing you know, he's standing next to you with his hand extended.
Who is he standing next to?
Elnoth.
I'll shake his hand.
Yeah, he gives you a nice firm grip. Pats you on the back, and suddenly he's sitting in one of the chairs. Feet up on the table.
Okay. So, does everyone, for me, have like a different frequency I can hear them at?
I will notice that some people do have sort of a different sound to them. Bart's is it's like the Sonic theme, but like sped up.
But Sonic can go faster than he can. What do you mean sped up? It would be slower!
Sonic's theme song.
Yeah, but Sonic's theme song would be slower because Sonic goes faster than him. Which means Sonic's theme wouldn't be faster, it would be slower.
You're using
Sonic's
incorrect
faster.
logic here, Sam.
I am
You're
using
the
the
logic
correct
of a
logic.
common man.
I'm using the right logic. Sonic's theme would be slower for him because he's slower than Sonic.
Is he slower than Sonic?
Yes.
Everyone's slower than
slower
Sonic.
than Sonic.
Barry Allen is slower than
Sonic-
Sonic.
Sonic can go 3 times the speed of light.
What about the Flash though? I thought he was.
The Flash cannot
Sonic
go
can
the
go
speed
in the
of light
past
unless-
if he really wanted to. Let's
So
be
even
real.
The Flash did the same thing.
Yeah, but the Flash has to use the Speed Force, and Sonic is simply cool.
That's fair. That's
really
fair. Sonic is
I think
just
really
faster.
speaking.
Everyone knows that Sonic isn't fast. It's just his shoes.
You know what? You fucking 1v1 Sonic. Let's not. Never mind. Let's not take Sonic's shoes off to prove
I already
that.
did 1v1 Sonic.
Let's not take his shoes off to prove that. All right, no one take his shoes off.
We don't want a recreation of the goddamn first Sonic movie trailer.
I was saying not to take his shoes off because of something else, but yeah.
Sam, why'd you just planted
I'm
image
so
of that
glad
in my
both
head?
Sonic 1 and
Because
Sonic
that's
2
not my fault.
Both Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 are genuinely good.
Yeah, that's the best part, is that the early Sonic's games were actually pretty decent.
I was talking about the movies.
Oh,
I haven't seen 2 yet, so don't. So
I've
don't
not
talk
seen
about it.
either of
It's
the
good.
Sonic movies. All I
Those
know
are
is that
good.
they
They're for
star
kids, but they're
Sonic
good.
the Hedgehog,
They're
the
fun.
fastest man alive.
I actually, he's not the fastest man alive. He's the fastest thing alive.
Yeah, and thus he's the fastest
fa-
man alive.
He's faster than any man because he's the fastest thing.
No, he's a man. You just don't remember the Sonic Bible proper.
Anyway, enough Sonic
Dr.
lore.
Eggman,
And we don't
you know.
we don't need to get into Beyblade lore about how fucking Jesus.
This isn't Beyblade lore, this is Sonic lore about how the Chaos Emeralds are actually just a conglomeration of everything nasty that's ever been done ever. And I'm not joking about that. That's what they were supposed to be.
Please have mercy
While
on
while
us.
they're having this Sonic conversation, hypothetically, I'm just gonna take a soda out of my pocket and start sipping on it through a straw.
Where'd you get? Emergency
Get the straw
induction port.
Uh-huh. Yep.
My question.
Emergency induction port.
So, out
Alright,
of character,
so,
for
question.
anyone who really wants some interesting information, that tan part of Sonic that's supposed to be his stomach is, that's his butt.
What?
That's actually not true.
That is, yeah, no.
I don't know where
That's
you
just
heard
the
that, but that's
hedgehog's belly.
actually not true.
That's just a hedgehog's belly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright, so, what's the plan? I mean, I've got a few ideas, but seeing as my information is incomplete and I still would like a day or two to scout, what plans you got, since clearly you're not doing anything right this night?
well, I mean, we were gonna send out some scout reports. Send out some scouts to get some reports on the buildings over here. And he points.
Shift ping.
I'm the DM.
Shift ping?
Yes, hold shift and ping.
As the DM, it automatically moves people's vision.
It does not. Shift ping. There you
Oh.
go. Thank you. I was lazy and didn't want to move my screen.
I see. Understandable. And hey, it moves the stream camera over.
Is there actually a pig?
to
Yeah.
this building over here? And
Wow.
send some scouts out
Why else
there.
would it
see
say
what's-
that there's a pig there if there isn't a pig?
I
See
don't know,
what we can do
really.
to secure the supplies inside. We know what's inside thanks to a kind of point over Mr. Silvestre. And
I see. What's its contents?
explosives.
That'll come in handy.
Yeah, explosives and animal feed. I don't know why they put those two things together, but they did.
Oh, they won't set each other off. So,
That's fair.
Maybe they want to weaponize the animals.
Maybe that's why there's a pig there.
That would explain it.
That would crack the case, boys.
how many gods?
And you see Sylvester close his eyes. I'm seeing roughly 13.
My lucky number.
13 what?
13
Yeah,
gods.
13 what?
I assume mostly black eyes.
No, they are mostly hazel. Maybe a couple brown in there. Oh,
So-
no,
Not
wait, there's a
too
blue
bad.
eye.
Probably
Um,
contacts, but we'll have to see.
Could be contacts, or
I-
it could be a captain.
I'm the artillery of the group, so I need to explain something. I do not discriminate between life and death. If they die, they die. If they don't, they don't, and I don't get much say in that. So,
You are kind of just chucking rods from God at them.
yeah, I am an indiscriminate attacker. Which is why my suggestion As for what I could do, when the time comes, I could just besiege the outside.
It isn't a very good sight line.
There's plenty.
I guess on the backside there's a good amount of.
I'm
room.
not saying for, taking out that. I'm talking about for when we want to deal with the mayor or start the attack or something. Because
Oh yeah,
I can.
You could easily get on the outside of the town on a hill and hit that.
Yeah, and then I could
artillery
be.
works?
Then I could be a beginning distraction.
That would work, yes.
You don't need to
But
be on a
for
hill.
now,
for
let's
artillery.
focus on securing that storehouse.
I'm the kind of artillery that hits wherever the fuck I want. That's me.
Then once we can, actually no, I'm going to hand this off to one of the others. Steven? Oh yes.
Include us in your plan, if possible. If you want to make use of us for the scout attempt or raid or whatever.
So essentially, we were thinking about raiding the explosives from that location there, and once doing so, we are gonna place some of them underneath the ground in around the mayoral offices, and going to attempt to blow the building off its foundation.
Half decent plan. All right.
Yeah, we were intending to shrink down a dig team via Larry over there, then use them to place the dynamite, because it's still gonna have the same explosive charge when it's shrunk. It's just gonna be able to fit in much smaller holes.
The pressure will be higher.
Exactly. So that's kind of what we were thinking. Condensed explosives. We were also going to use Larry's shrinking abilities to slip some weapons into some of our spies around the main. We have 2 spies in the main storage building here. We're gonna use Larry's shrinking ability to slip them some weapons.
My purgelings would be able to deliver them, especially if they're shrinked.
That's actually not a bad idea. Then we don't have to worry about possibly getting caught interacting with them and blowing their cover. We will have to somehow get them a message that they can trust the purgelings, because heaven knows those things.
Do you not have a symbol? And I'll kind of draw an imitation of thieves' cant on the ground of, like, a fucking arrow merged with a house, something like that.
Sadly, we didn't have much time to set up spying precautions. We had to get them in right when he was looking for troops, and since then we haven't been able to have much contact with him. Though we have been able to send some basic telepathic messages when they've been on patrol in the main courtyard.
I see. We'll figure out a way, but that's for later, I suppose.
Yeah, we can probably slip them some telepathic messages that they're gonna get some weird-looking visitors with some supplies.
We should also start, like, putting up posters and propaganda and shit all over town.
We tried to do that during the initial, I guess, recruiting days, but for the most part, they were able to suppress that pretty well, and anyone caught putting up flyers was executed on the spot.
Well,
What if the purgelings put up flyers?
Precisely, that was my idea.
It might work.
These things aren't exactly people.
Plus, if they got executed, it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing in the world. It's not like losing a human life. Not a human. Relevorian.
They are expendable pawns. Except for these 3.
Except for my skateboard.
Okay. Well, yes, I suppose it is not a bad idea to put up flyers. I don't want any of the youth of the town getting any ideas and thinking that they're gonna come be a hero and get themselves killed.
Well, I don't know if
That's
that'll
precisely
stop
what we
them.
need.
Besides, we don't really we want to find a way to kind of screen people so that we can know who is and who isn't a spy.
Well, we don't have to have them be recruited.
Yes, that's precisely.
It's more. It's less. It's more about the
It's more-
message.
It's more the actual town's outlook than actually getting members to actually
Oh,
do
the town
things.
the town already hates the mayor.
Then
Precisely,
there's no need
but
for
we
any
want to make
propaganda.
it more annoying.
You know what? That's fair, actually.
You see, right now, they have hatred, but they're taking no action. They're not doing petty little things that won't get them killed, but bother the mayor. Like, for instance, let's say the general stores right now are selling supplies to the gate guards. Well, if there were a few more posters around and their feelings were getting a little bit more spirited than usual, one of the guards' lunches may or may not have been improper and have food poisoning.
What's food poisoning?
How does food poisoning exists on this planet? Don't even.
You want to try one of my mushrooms and find out?
Wait,
like,
if
you
one
get
of us
poisoned in
ate
their
one of
food?
those mushrooms, I wonder.
Listen,
I'll
that was a
become an
random
destroyer?
chance that happened to like a
Or
little
maybe
demon,
some
right?
some of their carts start breaking down a little bit faster than usual.
I could see what you're saying.
Somebody know decompose.
It's simply the fact of the matter. But I
think-
suppose
I think we have some people with some basic destructive abilities. Hey, anyone here know how to have the ability to make things decay? And you get one little sheepish soldier-looking character. I can touch things and accelerate their time a little bit. By how much? By roughly, I don't know, 3 times? I
so
don't think-
3 seconds for every second.
Essentially, yeah. I would need to keep in contact with them for a while, or if we like poured some water on something or something that would make it decay faster, that would also assist.
Couldn't you use your ability on a gun to make it fire 3 times as quick?
Theoretically.
Moving parts.
Interesting.
Though, it would have to be one solid object. I can really only accelerate.
Single piece gun.
Oh, cross.
You would
Yeah.
need a laser weapon in that case.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, actually, the laser weapon might work. Though I probably wouldn't want to fry the circuits. Though technically, I guess the cooling off rate would be 3 times as fast as well.
Yeah, everything would
If
go
you
3
set
times
up
as
like a bowstring or a crossbow string, wouldn't that?
It would still require his action time, and that would mean he would have to advance himself 3 times as quick, and I don't think you want to burn through your life, however long it is.
How would
That,
that?
and I can't accelerate living matter.
Oh.
Wait, what's that have to do with a crossbow string or bowstring?
No, you see, while he could accelerate its usage and maybe make it a little bit more effective as far as piercing power, and will also be able to reload it. It's 3 times as quick.
Anyway.
Eh.
Anyway, just include us in the supply assault.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. Which of you would be joining? Would we be taking the big guy? And he points at him off.
Give him like sniper
If you're
support.
fine with people dying, yeah.
In that case, we're not taking the big guy.
Have him be on standby in the distance.
I mean, I can look, yeah, and join in if things get hairy, but death becomes a very valid option when I join.
I'm pretty good at hearing things.
Well, we do need clairvoyance man over there can. I guess he can. Did you gain the ability to hear when you teared up? Oh, yes, I can. When I teared up, I began to be able to hear the things that I perceive as well. Okay. Reconnaissance is handled pretty well, though. I suppose we could probably use some on-site hearing, as Mr. Silvestre would only be able to communicate with us. He doesn't have any telepathic abilities or anything.
What are we staking out?
We're raiding a warehouse for explosives.
Ah, okay. Point 2 to bring me. I use both hands to gesture towards Chaos Blade.
You sure we want to bring that in close contact with... I'm sorry. You sure we want to bring that in close contact with explosives?
That'll cause a whole lot of death.
Listen.
Well, you
Unless
could
one of
see if
these
it ignites
motherfuckers...
gunpowder.
Actually, that's a good point.
You could just see if it ignites gunpowder. That's not
Because
that's not
it's not-
impossible to do.
It's not like ignition, it's just cutting through it. I don't...
Yeah, I mean, you can still test it though.
Unless it's like a two-phase type of explosion where it's mixing two chemicals together. If it's just strictly gunpowder, I feel like it shouldn't have a problem. I was just thinking more along the lines of like we could cut a hole in the side of the building or something with it, but you know.
There's also that. But I mean, still.
Not a bad idea, but
Actually, it's still a good idea to test it with gunpowder because that might be a great way to
Does anybody have gunpowder?
do a little fucky, you know?
actually, yeah, if it can ignite explosives, we might have him set off the ones around the building. That way we don't have to put
No.
any visible fuses outside. He can just stab into the ground and ignite them.
Yeah, but is that safe for him? The man who stabbed the sword in the ground?
I could grab him. And that's
Speedy boy?
Yeah, Speedy Boy pipes up.
That's fair.
Anyone have a small budget?
I believe what he was trying to say was, does anybody have a small amount of gunpowder?
I could probably make some. And you see the gun, the weapon maker. He kind of focuses for a second, and forms a crap ton of bullets into his hand, and they all kind of clatter to the ground. We could crack those open.
Sure. Go over, grab the Chaos Blade, and I guess try and cut one of the bullets that is facing away
From me.
anyone,
And everyone else.
just in case.
It does.
Because safety first, am I right?
Not to mention, he dropped the bullets on the ground, which it won't usually be enough.
It's not a barrel. It won't ignite and fly over the place. The gas will expand and disperse because it has plenty of room.
We don't know that.
Unless confined to a barrel, it won't become a projectile.
Not necessarily, no.
That's you can have
You're
other
not
bullets
wrong,
that
but you're
go
also not right.
You can definitely fire a bullet without it being in a barrel.
Yeah, there's a reason you're not supposed to drop a bullet on the ground, because it's not usually enough to set off a bullet, but it can be. And if you set off a bullet,
kind of.
yeah.
I made
situation.
these. And he picks one up and shows him, and it's literally like there is no like ignition button for it.
Oh, is it a? Wait,
a capsule with a small amount of gunpowder.
That's pretty much what it is, yeah.
Oh.
Cut away.
Yeah. All right. I'll try not to cut into the floor or anything, but I'll
That's not necessarily always an option.
cut the capsule or a capsule.
Okay. You cut a. So you're aiming to get one singular capsule, right?
Yeah, because if it does do
Not that
something, I
hard.
don't want it to be like put a hole in the floor or something with the rest or some shit.
Upon doing so, there is a small. As you see a spark of red energy come off the blade.
Red energy.
Yep, I figured. That thing will blow up anything it comes in contact with.
It
That's
probably just uses the most destructive property of something's destruction. Is probably what it does.
It might. Like, that'd be an interesting...
Because the explosion is the most destructive way that could have gone out, and stone doesn't necessarily go out very destructively no matter what.
Nor does dirt.
Yeah, so maybe it just makes things go out as destructively as possible.
I don't know how else we would test that theory, though.
You could try cutting
I
a tree
do.
or something.
Wait, weapon maker. Can you make, like, a weapon with a wooden handle? Or just, like, a mallet?
Nice.
Let me ask you something. What do you guys think is the most destructive way sword can be destroyed?
What kind of sword specifically?
Well, let's get especially fancy, a flamberge.
Well, I'm asking about the metal it's made of.
Standard steel, I guess.
Probably just melting.
I would shattering.
Well, that would require it exploding, and that's not necessarily a natural property of it.
It depends how it's forged.
Anyway, I have. And he makes a. You see the bullets disappear, and he makes a wooden hammer. Like a big old wooden hammer. Let's try this first.
I'll just hold out the sword. Go ahead and smack that, will you? And I'll put it like blade horizontally. Or vertically, not horizontally.
He slaps down on the handle, and there's a brief little flicker of red, and the place where it cuts like burns over, and there's still little flames flickering around the edge of it.
It's like a red energy flame, or is it normal?
It's a regular flame. There was just a little bit of red energy that came from the blade that caused the wood to ignite.
That theory might hold true then.
Yeah, or it might set things on fire, because that would work with both of what we've tested.
It hasn't set dirt on fire though.
Yeah, that's fair. But dirt isn't exactly flammable either.
That's
To be-
not-
We would have noticed. It would have become charred.
To be fair, you did notice that a lot of the grass.
How many
in the
times have
area,
we
as you
ever
were-
looked at the dirt after we've put it in there?
You have noticed that some of the grass in the area did die. It just straight up died after the
Yeah.
sword was dragged through it.
Yeah, it
They
wasn't
didn't set a
burning.
fire or anything.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
on the grass.
There was no fire. It just died.
Doesn't take a lot to kill grass. I'm just saying.
It doesn't.
Yeah, but clearly it's not just an ignition-based weapon. It doesn't just make fire.
No.
Here it did, but in general it doesn't.
Here, let me just. And you see both halves of the mallet disappear, and he makes like an iron bar.
No, I assume it's just gonna melt it, but you know.
In case of it shattering, I take the dodge action.
Okay.
I stand by. I'm not close to it. I
Yeah,
feel
just-
confident that it's not gonna go.
If just
hurt
cut through
me.
it, or actually just keep holding it, and he smacks it against the blade, and you see as rust creeps up all the sides of it.
Rust.
So it's not necessarily destructive.
Maybe its result is random.
No.
No.
What I think it is, I think it's
consistent.
no. I think it's automatically using whatever the material is weakest against.
My next idea was gonna be some kind of decay, but yeah, it also works.
Because wood, fire, gunpowder also fire.
Exploding. I guess.
What did it seem to do when I put it through the brick? Was it just
Brick just cut cleanly.
So it's just, yeah. So
Well,
blunt
the brick would
force
be
or-
smashed.
Did
If it's what it's weakest against.
it's never given any concussive force. I will let you know. There
It
is
is
Well,
a
that's
no
great
blade
as
concussive
fuck.
after
force.
all.
Well, it's also a blade of pure fucking chaos, so...
Yeah.
After all, that
So-
means nothing.
I think it's whatever the
I think it's
material is
whatever
weakest to.
feels like.
You could just ask me.
No,
Well,
it's
fuck you.
cringe.
Listen, you're not part of this conversation. I don't
You're
want
not
to
in this conversation. If we wanted to ask you, we would have.
Fine. Be like that.
You will.
I'll get the squirt bottle again. Don't make me.
You can't hear it.
Yes, we can.
All right.
We can now.
Is it? What is my theory correct? Is it just the weakness thing?
It is the most effective way to destroy it while keeping it clean.
Or keeping it clean? How is rust clean?
Clean's a subjective term.
Well, your definition of clean is subjectively
well,
wrong.
Thank you. So, as the sword just stated to me, it is whatever to.
I explained
Easily-
that badly. I'm gonna let you know that was.
I am aware
Was
you
it-
phrased
was it
it
bad?
badly,
Yeah.
we heard.
Yeah. Essentially, it does its best to cleanly cut while dealing some sort of damage to the rest of the object.
Oh, so it's doing its best to sever, but it doesn't care about the rest.
Well, it wants to deal damage to the rest of it, but it's really only focusing on the sever.
Huh.
Because it does still cut through the metal cleanly and it cuts through the wood cleanly, but it's adding some other thing to do its best to destroy the rest of the item.
Is that what you meant by cleanse?
Cleanly cut is what I meant.
I was talking to the sword at this
Oh.
point.
I see.
Cleanse. What's his face that you cleansed before?
Oh, he was just a filthy creature.
Oh, okay. Well,
Shadowville refused to join the Alliance of Chaos.
Cane moss.
you know,
Cane moss.
weird sword is weird, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Just
You know what, guys?
trust
Cool
that I know
new
what
information.
it is.
The sword that we've called weird and creepy,
It's
still weird and creepy.
Still weird and creepy, yeah.
Alright. When is the raid on the storehouse happening?
We were thinking next bar.
Next fall. Alright. And will it be like a loud or silent raid? Are we going in, knocking people out, taking the explosives and leaving, or are we trying to do this sneaky beaky like?
We're gonna try to be as quiet as possible with taking down people and getting the explosives. We don't want them to feel as though they need to summon reinforcements. Because if they get the mayor here, we're done for.
Are there any windows on this building that we are speaking of?
The warehouse.
Sneaking into?
I
Yeah,
think-
I'm asking the
I think
people who know
there's-
about the warehouse. Yes.
Are there? Look over at Mr. Sylvester. Kind of closes his eyes for a second, reopens them. There are a couple of them in the upper office building, in the upper office rooms.
I don't suppose you can actually see inside said building.
Of course I can.
You
do think I know the
can.
Contacts.
That's how they know
Could-
the contents of it.
So, you could tell me possibly and approximately if there are any spaces along the bottom wall that do not have any explosives near them that I could possibly cut a hole through.
I can think of 3 such locations.
Could we get like a rough sketch of where those
Blueprint.
are? Possibly.
Yeah.
With
And there are obviously more than that, but there's 3 that would be the best to keep it sneaky as well, is what I mean.
yeah, I figured as much.
Yes, can somebody get the blueprint? And you see as one of the people, I'm making this their power now, they slap a piece of paper on the ground, not on the ground, on the table. They kind of put their hand on Sylvestra, closes their eyes. Keep in mind, this was one of the people who mentioned that they had telepathic abilities. This is the one person on the table. And they have another hand on the paper, and as time passes, a blueprint, like a perfect blueprint, perfectly measured and everything, appears on the paper.
See, he could be a cartographer.
Technically, I'm a thoughtographer.
Oh my god.
Don't know what the fuck that is.
Look, he takes it from people's images in their head.
Yeah. Well, technically, I make an image of my head of it, but I'm just, was using my telepathy to get his what he was.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's
Head
irrelevant.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, brain, big brain. Anyway, yeah, this is the Sylvestra.
Big brain.
Oh, right. Yes, thank you. He points out 3 of the places on the ground floor, which is the blueprint that they have here. This place is the furthest away from the guards. This is in one of the lower offices. Though there is a guard that does occasionally patrol through there, so timing would be very necessary. And for this place over here, you would have to cut into a bag of feed, which might make a noise.
Well, hold on, let me ask this work. If I were to cut into a bag of feed with you, are you gonna set it on fire, or is it just gonna kind of decay?
It would rot.
Okay, all right, that's what I was hoping for.
It's nasty, but okay.
It shouldn't be a problem, really.
It would turn to mush.
Mush. Oh.
Whoosh.
Good soup.
Good soap.
Oh.
Anyway, something else I will mention about the sword, though, is that the method that it adds the extra destruction is not always the same, as it is chaos.
So some variations depending on the material.
Yeah, like for instance, for paper, it could light it on fire, or it could waterlog it to the point where it's tearing itself apart. Yeah. Anyway.
What?
I guess to be fair, it wouldn't add water because that would be adding materials of which it can't do. No, it wouldn't.
Okay,
cut
sorry
stone,
for
then?
interrupting your meeting, but are there any other topics of discussion then?
We are currently, well, we're trying to figure out what the mayor's power is.
Maybe it's mind
No
control.
idea.
We have a couple of ideas, but we're not quite sure. Because we don't know whether it's his powers or one of his subordinates.
That would be.
For instance, we know that for some reason, the people in his inner circle, their items are weirdly powerful. So we think that either him or someone in his entourage might have some sort of upgrading ability. There was also some weird stuff with the weather the day that he took over. There's still a hole in the mayoral building, the roof of the mayoral building. And with lightning from lightning that struck the roof. Though they might have fixed that up by now. It's been a while since I've seen the roof. That, and there is rumors that people have seen him pass through matter. Like walk through walls. Though again, that could just be somebody else making him intangible. Or that could just be rumors. We don't know.
I was gonna say, or it could be like an astral projection or something.
Yeah, that too. There are so many possibilities for what somebody's ability could be. If they're not proudly advertising it or telling you what it is, there could be
maybe, perhaps, he could be a deal maker.
Do you think detect thoughts would be able to tell me what a person's power is?
Maybe if you did the second
If they're
option.
using it, then yeah.
Also, maybe the second option where you delve deeper could be
that
something.
could theoretically. You could get.
He
what
could
people
also
understand
be a
about
deal
powers.
maker, someone who's able to borrow multiple powers at a price.
Oh, that is fair. Or even bestow powers onto other people. He could be a gifter.
Annoying possibilities. We'll confirm it eventually.
Or he
Any
could
other
have a gifter on
topics?
his team. Anyway, discussions on where the prison could be. And as the the conversation progresses, you notice that people start getting more relaxed, back to the way you would imagine they were before you guys entered in.
I doubt they're bringing them out of town. That destabilizes their pulse.
I mean, they very well might be.
My bet is somewhere in town. Maybe under a building. Someone may have cleared out a dungeon or something. And is now using it as a prison. They could be supplying it with underground tunnels.
Maybe.
I feel like I would have heard that if there was underground tunnels.
Maybe.
You haven't covered the entirety of the city.
Well, no, but where we walked and where I stood and listened for a while, a few times.
Yeah. And the thing is that... we were also talking about maybe once we can finish up things here, there's some issues going on with some of the nearby towns. They've kind of got their own usurpers. And there appears to be like a wave of, I don't know, just absolute...
Irons?
I guess tyrants you could call them. But there's someone leading some sort of siege on everything. We're not quite sure who it is, and we were going to do some investigation originally right before we got taken over. But once the event started, the initial chaos was kind of mitigated, honestly. We could have had riots and mass destruction, but admittedly the tyrants and the taking over did bring people together. But the problem is that, well, they're tyrants and they're just causing conflict for no apparent reason. So we want to do some investigation on whatever that is.
Well, first things first, let's settle the situation at home.
Yes, obviously.
Before we start going thus always to tyrants, huh?
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't suppose the mayor makes like a round around the town at all, does he?
We rarely see him leave his building. He spends most of his time inside.
What about his posse?
We do see his underlings come out quite a bit. Some of them, there's two that are in charge of the guard patrols. They come out to lead instructions every once in a while and to do shows of power. we've caught one of his more espionage-esque people, who also seems to have the ability to phase through walls. Caught them around the area. That's why we have the detection magic around, to see if anyone passes through the walls.
You guys couldn't detect the sword going through the wall, though?
Not really, apparently. Though it shows.
Yeah, that's probably the sword being fucking jank. You know, the fucky wucky sword.
The boogie woogie? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with that thing, honestly. For all we know, it could have cut through the actual magic barrier itself.
Yeah, wow.
Which is a terrifying
Probably did.
thought, actually.
Probably did.
Probably. Yeah, think about it.
Anyway, yeah. But that's why we don't think that the mayor's ability is intangibility, because, well, obviously this other guy has it as well. So maybe this lackey's a gifter, or maybe the mayor can copy abilities, or no idea.
Possibilities, we just have to narrow them down. The problem is the whole not killing thing. I won't be able to replenish my numbers if they are to fall.
We do have hunting parties, and we do have quite the livestock reserve.
That'll be helpful.
Ooh, I can go hunting.
Yes, let's
I think
go.
it's less hunting for you and more target practice.
Target practice, hunting, same thing.
Same thing.
Close enough. Friend.
Yeah, there's a lot we have to do, and heaven knows we want to stop this, whatever's going on in Cross.
Right.
We need to take care of it as quickly as possible.
Are you really eating in a meeting right now?
That's me.
You know, he has a chip bag, and he's like...
The joke was that he was...
You know what?
Those finger funnels, and you didn't share.
You know what? Bart is eating something right now.
Did you bring some for the rest of the class?
You
Bring
brought
what?
finger funnels and did not share. Unbelievable.
And you see him like, there's a slight blur for a second. He like holds his hands out in like a shrug. I know what you're talking about. I'm just sitting here.
I can literally read your mind.
And all you hear is.
No, you can't.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, it's true. He probably doesn't.
But he is literally thinking too fast for you to actually hear anything.
He probably doesn't, though.
Huh. Well, no, he's saying that his thoughts are moving too fast for me, even if I could.
Yeah, I know.
I, the DM,
But I'm saying that the
it can
guy is
read
probably
his
too
mind.
fucking stupid to know you can't.
Probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Only reason he's a functional person is because he's thinking a lot faster than everyone else is.
That's true. He's had a lot more
Exactly.
time to think, technically.
He's got a lot more time to think, but he's just stupid, man.
He talks in circles a lot in his head.
Oh yeah. And if you, I feel like if you were to make me a perception check, or not a perception check, would it be a perception check? Would it be like an insight check or something?
For what?
For what?
We don't know.
For making out words.
In his head?
Yeah.
Probably.
Checks are.
Well, I don't know. Maybe a wisdom.
Yeah, I might.
Probably just a raw wisdom.
Probably just a raw wisdom, yeah. Because it wouldn't be perception, because he's not using any of his actual senses. Or it might be...
Jet ski. You might give jet ski proficiency in this raw wisdom check because of it being.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
based
read
on that.
minds, though.
I can't read minds.
Oh, that's fair.
It's all hypothetically.
Well, you could technically, but it would be like a saving throw, and he is...
If I use detect thoughts, yeah.
Yeah. Which, can't you do that at will?
I can use it once per long rest.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Although then again, detect thoughts might not be very effective.
Is this your guys' only safe house, or do you got other ones?
Oh no, we have other safe houses across the city.
Mark them on my map, please.
Okay. Let me pull up my DM screen.
Use the color white. Thank you.
Ah, I see.
The fuck
Okay.
wrote no.
Make sure I'm. No, that's HQ. Not no.
Oh, no, I meant at the bottom.
No, there's a literal no at the bottom.
Oh, send help. No. Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to find the other safe house locations. There is one right over there. We have one on the northern side of the city, right up here. This building right here. This little complex.
Where's my
right
actual
over
one?
here.
These measurements aren't right? When you use this thing on the map.
No. I hope not.
I tried to get them as accurate as possible.
Because if that is accurate as possible, this fucking tiny little house.
Which one?
That tiny one right there.
This one is literally as long as a football field.
And this one is... Fuck, probably about as long as my house. And this isn't a house right here.
You're
It's
right.
That's supposed to be like
probably
a fountain.
Yeah.
And then this is definitely supposed to be a fountain. This one is... not as long as the other one.
That's because I just messed with the size.
I don't think this is very accurate. I don't think...
Well, because I'm just trying to think, because my
Otherwise, Alanoth would be able to walk around in a stride.
listening
could
goes
run.
150 feet, so I'm just trying to
Run.
gauge that on the map.
Yeah, that feels a lot more accurate now.
I just realized that I can literally listen a football field away. That's
What
crazy.
feels more accurate?
The current scaling. Though admittedly, here, let me, whoops, that's the...
I have
Ain't
to-
necessary at the moment.
I have to refresh to get the new scaling.
No, it should be active now.
Oh yeah, it is. There we go.
And, yeah, it's a platform and a very large fountain.
Yeah.
Which there are some...
17-foot fountain isn't necessarily a... It's a big fountain, don't get me wrong, but that's not unreasonable.
Like in Greece or something. Where...
Yeah. This town is now a much more reasonable size of about half a mile, probably. It's less than half a mile, but that's... for a town that's like in the fucking boonies, makes sense.
Named
For it not to be super
yeah.
big. Yeah.
I was trying to scale it to about how big my city up here is, and it's about a couple miles.
Oh no. With how tightly packed everything is, hell no.
That's fair. That's valid. That's valid.
You'd want to compare this more to Manhattan, if anything, and this would be smaller than that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let me make sure.
And it is, so it's pretty good.
Alright, I was marking out the safe houses that I have marked out.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what the... Why is it not... it is not letting me mark things out anymore. If I do freehand? Oh, what the?
They made the drawing tool weird.
No, it's simultaneously selecting right and left clicking. That's what it was doing. Okay. Yeah, it was simultaneously right and left clicking at the same time. Don't know how that happened. Okay. 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 Yeah, looks like that's all the ones except for the one that I missed up here. Sorry, the DM layer is slightly overlaying, so I'm not sure what I have and haven't done.
That's fair.
Let's see. Do you guys see both the ones up in the town lodges?
Town lodges?
Top right.
What are they supposed to look like?
White boxes.
White
Yeah,
boxes.
we see them.
One right here.
These two, right? Uno dos?
No, though. Oops. I meant specifically above the courtyard. Okay.
Above the courtyard? Nah.
There's nothing over there.
That one.
That one's new.
And it was this one.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
And we
they're
can see
both
this
there
one.
now.
Okay, good. Okay, so, just for confirmation, there should be 3 over here.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
There should be 3 over here.
1, 2. I don't see the third one in this area.
Okay, so you see those 2 at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one was right here.
Yay, now there are 3 here.
Okay.
What is fudge?
There should be... Shoot, I messed up. Should be 3 in this area.
I've never figured out what fudging is. Is this 1 or 2?
That's 1.
I don't know. I got a 1 to fudging now.
This is 1. Then we see 2.
See.
This one.
See
This
those
one.
2. Okay. That's the wrong shift click. There we go.
So are these the safe houses?
Yeah, these are the
Yes.
safe houses.
Gotcha. Double checking.
C3 now?
Yes.
And then there should
Yep.
be... Pretty sure I checked, but just like again, should be 2 in this area.
Yes. Uno dos.
Okay, good. So actually, I guess what we should have done is,
Then there's one right here.
yeah, there's one in there. And there should be one, dang it, how do I want to delete this. Why isn't it letting me delete? Oh, of course not.
You might have to just click the line.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
I thought you were about to ask if there's any out here. I was like, no, I don't see any.
No, is there any in this area?
No.
No.
Okay. That means that I missed another one. Actually, here, how about this one? While I'm drawing that out, you guys make a line to all the ones you can see.
These are the ones that I've seen.
Okay, those are the ones that you can see. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, those are all the safe houses. Though, admittedly, this one right here is more of staging ground for when they intend to read this one. So it's not really much of a safe house as it is just a prep spot.
Isn't this... What is this?
That's the...
Mayor's house.
The mayor has basically kicked everyone out of that area, and it's a mega storage house now.
Oh, okay.
Soldiers, bunkhouse, everything.
I was wondering why the fuck it had green lines on it, and then the X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was some other purpose. I think they're storing, like, weapons there, too, or something.
weapons, and it's a barracks.
Yeah, and maybe some magic items? Think?
No, the magic items are held. Magic items and spells are
I think
held
it's
in the
fine.
actual mayoral office itself next to it.
Where is the mayoral office again?
The big building.
Oh. So we're gonna be right next to it, doing this?
No. The one that you guys are going to be raiding is.
Storehouse we're hitting is over here.
Oh, okay.
Let me come
We're,
in.
we're probably gonna stage. We're probably gonna hit it and then head over here.
Pretty much.
What if I just started attacking the mayor right now?
You would die.
What?
Could he hit me, though?
Not from that distance, but they would catch up to you and kill you.
How would they catch up to me?
They would.
I mean, one of them can control the weather, so there's that.
I don't think that makes them faster, though.
Well, I will
Okay,
say
but they have cars.
speed enhancement is
maybe have
a
cars.
rather common power. I guess I should say it's not an uncommon power.
I don't think cars, even on Trilivor, are necessarily meant to do off-roading.
Well, when they fly, I don't think they really worry about roads.
I think it becomes harder to find me if it's flying.
Ah,
Really?
You're Titanic.
Yeah. It's called trees.
none of the trees in the area are big enough to hide you, bro.
Farmland.
Also, if they took a flying car, what makes you think that shit's not gonna get shot out of the sky?
That also is a valid point, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
It'll have like 200 HP.
It'll have 0 when I'm done with it. Your point?
Most of its
I'm
HP
pretty sure an arrow to the engine blows up a car.
Maybe not blow it up, but the car doesn't like to
That's a
work.
very
after
precise
that.
shot. Yeah.
I am very precise.
And that is counting on the fact that you whether or not you can break the shields.
I can.
Very precise, and well, first off, his character is a very good shot.
Yeah.
Second off, what he's shooting is a giant pillar of steel.
I shoot fucking
And a lot of the
arrows
a lot of the car
of
shields,
anger.
The car shields are made to deflect against other cars smashing into them.
How fast do those cars go? That's the real question.
Hundreds of miles an hour usually.
Hey, but having that strong of a personal shield on a fucking commercial car is unrealistic.
Well, the thing is that it's when they're made, they've developed their shield technology quite advanced.
They shouldn't. Instead of hard light shields, they should have dampening shield to dampen the impact. They wouldn't be able to absorb all of it.
Yeah, hard light shield wouldn't be a
They're
great
made-
idea anyway.
They're made to deflect each other off. Like, even if you have a head-on collision.
Worse, that would be whiplash to the
That's a
traffic.
horrible idea. Yeah.
Holy crap!
they
They're killing
have-
people in car wrecks intentionally.
They have
That
what's
would be
called-
the equivalent of if cars didn't crumple. That's what would happen.
They have what's called gravitational capacitors, which reduce.
You can't
What
put
is this?
gravitational in front of capacitors and make it sound any less insane.
That sounds stupid.
I stole the idea from what's it called? Skyward. It's a book series.
What do the gravitational capacitors do?
They suppress G-force, so that pilots. can fly
G-force is
easier.
not the problem. Trilivorians are basically immune to G-force. You cannot kill a Trilivorian through G-force. What actually is the problem is the blunt force trauma.
Well, the blunt force trauma would be a product of the G-force.
Yeah. The sudden change in direction, the G-force, is what would give them the whiplash and the like. But if the G-forces have been severely reduced,
Why would
How
they
much
have
can it
super strong
reduce
hard
it
light
truly,
shields?
though?
about 1/10.
When you're going hundreds of miles an hour and you've got two cars that don't crumple hit each other, 1/10 of that impact is still a pretty bad fucking
Well,
impact.
It's think of them less as hard light shields and more as like jelly. The shields
Okay,
themselves are
but
like a bubble.
then they shouldn't be able to deal with a piercing attack nearly as well.
Anyway,
Unless it's like what is it?
Basically, what I'm hearing is,
Unless
Oh,
you
you
have
took a
like a
bullet to the head.
goddamn, unless you
Listen-
have a goddamn
Basically,
security
what-
limo with bulletproof walls, glass, and an armored floor capable of taking an IED. Unless you got like
well, they
the
probably
science
they
version of
probably
that.
probably do.
I was gonna say,
have
unless it's like
military
Oobleck.
vehicles.
Yeah. Well, my arrows would destroy Oobleck anyway. It'd have to be a mutt. It'd have to be a stupidly strong non-Newtonian fluid.
So actually, how the grav caps function, and this is how they function in the original story as well, is that they negate the initial like boost or the initial massive
that's
spike
the-
of G-force, and then they reduce the G-force after the grav caps.
This is all hypothetical because if they have a
Yeah.
flying car, then they have a flying car. But what we're
Yeah.
saying is that like a commercial grade flying car that's not
Should not have that stuff in it.
They
That's
shouldn't have hard light shields. They should have things based on impacts.
Yeah. No, most commercial
So
ones would
therefore,
probably have
it
more of
wouldn't
the
be able to stop Alan off very well.
would have more of the jelly shields. Though admittedly, they would probably have military transports because
In this fucking hillbilly head-ass town, they'd have that stuff?
the mayor would have brought it with him. Yeah.
Who the fuck is the mayor to have done that?
And you can't even buy that shit with credits.
You can't. No.
Probably can. Just a little bit illegal, probably you can.
Oh yeah, you could technically, especially in Star.
When you
Boston?
throw illegality out the window, a lot of things, boss.
Anyway,
I guess actually, to be fair, you could purchase not quite
do
military
you have
transports,
do you
but
have the
high
raid
security
prepared,
ones.
or should we like pause here?
The raid?
Yes, the raid.
Oh, no, that's I've got that ready. I've had 2 or 3
Fuck it,
weeks
let's
to
do it.
prepare, man.
Let's do the raid.
Yep.
My only
So,
question: do we want
what
to make
I-
it Rocky?
it'll be fine.
During the par break, I'm gonna do investigation checks, trying to find more insight into the town. You know, maybe prison location,
Alright,
more drama, anything like that.
that's fair. But I've got 2 things I want to do, so you go first, though.
I'm going to assume I have double guidance, because fuck you.
Well, it's a whole par, you've got guidance.
How's that double guidance going on for you?
Not well. How many
Not the
checks can I
best.
do over the course of a par?
2.5.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll use lucky. I'll have a long rest. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Oh, true.
Hell yeah. And then double guidance comes in. Hell yeah. I forgot I had lucky for a second. How many more checks do I need to make?
For what?
Investigating with my horde of purglings.
Oh, for trying to find the prison.
That among anything else. Any information, weapon location, you know, lieutenants moving around, doing shit. But yes, mainly focusing on the prison, because I want to win the race.
Okay. You can find the basic patrol routes, which I can mark out for you later. Just making sure I have maps and guards in place. Okay, good. That's where I wanted it. And, here, 1 second. Would you guys mind doing some roleplay while I figure out the guard patrols?
I, unfortunately, am making food right now.
I am also very hungry.
Then why don't we take a lunch or a dinner break?
Dinner?
It's
The
5
fuck
o'clock.
time you think it is?
It's 5 o'clock for you guys, right?
Yeah, it's dinner time.
Oh boy.
Bro, I eat at 6.
My schedule's fucked. Nothing on you guys. My schedule's fucked.
Dear God, I've been in this call for so long.
I've been in this call as long as you, Robbie.
I think we actually.
I know.
Barring a minute at most.
I know you're a bit weird, but I think we end for today. That way Rob can be part of the raid. And also, I have to cook more spaghetti.
That's fair.
And cook more spaghetti while you...
My mom has been yelling at me for the past 15 minutes, and I don't know how much longer I can hold her off.
Oh. Then yeah, we can end it here. For this spaghetti.
Shall we?
No, you're not.
But hold up, before we go, since I've got such a surplus of time on the hands, Multi, would you be okay with me running a campaign coinciding this one? The Taurus event?
A Taurus event campaign? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I would love to. I would love to.
Fuck it, I'm running one.
Have you run a Taurus event campaign?
I cannot promise that I will be merciful as far as trying to fit you in schedule-wise, Multi, because I'll be focusing on players, but I will try.
Thing we could do with that is if Multi has to cancel for some ungodly reason, we do yours.
We've done that before, and it's super inconsistent. I don't like it.
No, I don't like doing that.
That makes sense.
I'll see you guys later tonight after I finish cooking my spaghetti.
Then we can Sorry, you guys have no idea how much I want to play in a Taurus event campaign.
What I'm going to have Frederick doing during the off time is learning to hunt and fight alongside in these random hunts he does against just wild animals and such with Gilbert.
Then you'll be joining me in a hunting party, and I will be stealing your kills, hunts.
So, Multi, I had a question about the Chaos Blade.
Mm-hmm.
You said that it doesn't create water in order to...
Yeah, it can't create matter in order to...
erode things. So how does it cut through stone?
Just by... So, its base ability is that it can just pass through matter, and leave.
Okay, that's the base.
The base ability.
Okay.
And then this session, Multi made up that other thing that it's not.
Where it has a
because
side
we brought
ability.
it up.
Well, no, it's
because we brought
always
it up.
it's always been rotting things. It's always been able to do that, and you guys can't deny the fact that I've described it doing that in the past.
Rotting
I
things.
can't deny it because I'm not paying attention. So yes, I
I've been
can.
holding it, so I have.
No,
I do remember him saying that it was
Rots
killing the grass.
It rots organic tissue. It burns flammable substances, and it ignites explosive substances.
What does it do to dirt?
To dirt, it mostly just passes through dirt and erases what it comes into contact with.
Because
like it would with
technically,
stone.
isn't dirt organic?
It has organic compounds in it, yeah.
Yeah, but the main part of dirt is just really ground up stone. Any of the organic stuff would rot away, that is true.
What would happen if you put it in sand?
Theoretically...
It reverts back to, stone.
Theoretically,
It's the most chaotic
sand
option.
would actually just start, like, pouring into it. Because it would erase the sand that it's coming into contact with, and the sand around it would fill the void, and then immediately disappear, so you could stick it into the sand and just erase a beach. You could make a pit.
Ooh, I could go to the bottom of the ocean and do that. Oh, what happens if you put it in water?
It passes through fluids without causing anything.
Oh, it doesn't do anything. Even lava?
Yes. Though
Okay.
I guess it would have a minor effect on lava. But that's more
Because of
because
the minerals.
It's a semi-solid.
Yeah.
No, but fluids like most liquids, most Newtonian liquids, and any gases, it doesn't affect.
So I have a new goal now. Go to the bottom of a lake and put a hole in the bottom and drain
Keep
it.
in mind, like especially in water, it's not very fast at doing that.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. I have an aquaform.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. You can breathe underwater. Yeah, I'll give you
Yeah.
that one.
Well, I'm gonna go for now.
You are an aquatic elf.
Bye.
So, what I want to be doing is I want to go hunting, just like Frederick said he wanted to do. Well, Robbie's character, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, when the time comes, I want to be just far enough out here to where I can still, give covering fire, but be pretty far out for when the time comes, if I need to.
Yeah. I get you. And actually, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end this real quick. So, thank you everyone for watching, and remember to have yourselves one dandy little day. Keep in mind it will be okay. There's nothing you can do to stop it. And remember to have yourselves one dandy little day.